Today we discuss about some important points in trajectory motion. So here equation of trajectory y equal to tan theta into x minus g by 2u square cos square theta into x square. In this situation here a equal to tan theta, b equal to g by 2u square cos square theta. So here a and b are the constants. Now some important points are there. So here y equal to ax minus bx square. This equation is represented by the parabola. So the path of the projectile is a parabola. Now some important points are there. Point number 1. Some important note points. Note point number 1. So here r equal to a by b. So here r equal to a by b. So here r means horizontal range. Here a means tan theta, b means g by 2u square cos square theta. So now the ratio of a to b, it gives horizontal range. You can prove that. Here a is tan theta, b is g by 2u square cos square theta. So the ratio of a by b equal to, so tan theta by g by 2u square cos square theta. So tan theta means sin theta by cos theta into 2u square cos square theta by g. So here cos theta cancel. So therefore a by b equal to u square into 2 sin theta cos theta by g. We know that u square 2 sin theta cos theta means sin 2 theta. So therefore u square sin 2 theta by g. So here the ratio of a by b is equal to range. Okay, next point. Next note point. Time of flight equal to root over 2 by bz into capital A. So now root over 2 by bg into capital A. So that means root over 2 by b means g by 2u square cos square theta. So here g, this is the g, into g into a means tan theta. So here 2 by 2u square cos square theta by g square. So root over into tan theta means sin theta by cos theta. So here 2 into 2 4 u square cos square theta by g square. Now So here that is 2u cos theta by g into sin theta by cos theta. Here cos theta cancels. So therefore 2u sin theta by g. So it is equal to time of flight. It is capital. Okay. Okay, next note point. Note point 4. H equal to 1 by 8 g t square. You can prove that. So here h means maximum height. We know that maximum height equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. In the case of oblique projectile motion, maximum height is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. At the same time of flight in the case of oblique projectile motion, 2u sin theta by g. So this is equation number 2. Now h maximum by t square is equal to, so h maximum means u square sin square theta by 2g by t square means 4u square sin square theta by g square. So here u square sin square theta by 2g into g square by 4u square sin square theta. So here sin square theta cancel, u square cancel, here g cancel. So therefore h by t square is equal to, in this value, remaining value, g by here 2 into 4 8. So we can written as h equal to 1 by 8 g t square. Okay, next note point is note point number 5. R tan theta equal to 4h. You can prove that. So in this situation, R means horizontal range, h means maximum height. So here we can prove that R tan theta equal to 4h. So h maximum equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. R means horizontal range, that is u square sin 2 theta by g. So here u square sin 2 theta means 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So now the ratio of h maximum to range are equal to, h maximum means u square sin square theta by 2g into g by u square 2 sin theta cos theta. So here u square cancel, g cancel, sin theta cancel. Now we get h maximum by r is equal to, so in this situation sin theta by 2 into 2 4 cos theta. So here sin theta by cos theta means tan theta. tan theta by 4. So it can be written as 4h maximum is equal to r tan theta. For example, if h maximum is equal to range. Now here h maximum equal to range, so therefore 4h equal to r tan theta. So here given h maximum equal to range, so therefore r h are cancelled. So therefore tan theta equal to 4. So theta equal to tan inverse 4. Here tan inverse 4 is equal to 76 degrees. Okay, next note point is note point number 6. Gt square equal to 2r tan theta. So here t means time of flight, that is 2u sin theta by g. So range r equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Now the ratio of t square by capital R. T square by capital R. So here t square means 4u square sin square theta by g square into g by u square 2 sin theta cos theta. So here u square cancel, g cancel, here 2 times cancel, so here sin theta cancel. So in the numerator its remaining part is 2 sin theta by in denominator g or remaining and cos theta, g cos theta. Okay, so therefore t square by r is equal to 2 sin theta by cos theta, so that means tan theta. So therefore it can be written as gt square equal to 2r tan theta. So this is the note number 6. Next note, note number 7. So in the note number 7, at the maximum height potential energy is maximum. So in the case of oblique projectile motion, at a maximum height of the projectile, potential energy is maximum. So what is the equation of potential energy in the case of oblique projectile motion at maximum height? So that means P equal to mgh. So here small h is equal to capital H. It means at maximum height small h equal to capital H. So therefore potential energy equal to mg into, in the case of oblique projectile motion, maximum height is u square sin square theta by 2g. So here g cancel, that means half m u square sine square theta. Now we can find out kinetic energy at a maximum height. So here kinetic energy maximum height, at maximum height it is minimum. Its value is k equal to half m v square, half m v square. So here half m v means, in the case of kinetic energy at maximum height, here velocity is only one velocity up there, that is the horizontal component velocity, that is u cos theta whole square. So therefore half m u square cos square theta. Now we can find out maximum total energy at maximum height. Total energy at maximum height equal to sum of the potential energy at maximum height and kinetic energy at maximum height. So therefore total energy equal to, at maximum height potential energy is half m u square sine square theta plus kinetic energy is half m u square cos square theta. So therefore total energy T equal to, so if you common half m u square, that means sine square theta plus cos square theta. So here sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So therefore total energy at maximum height of m u square. So here total energy is remains constant at every point in the oblique projectile motion. So it is a constant. Next, next one is complementary angles. So here when two angles are said to be complementary, that two angles are measures to add 90 degrees. సో మనం తీసుకున్న టూ కాంప్లిమెంటరీ యాంగిల్స్ని మనం ఎప్పుడు కాంప్లిమెంటరీ యాంగిల్స్గా ట్రీట్ చేస్తామంటే ఆ టూ యాంగిల్స్ని యాడ్ చేస్తే 90 degrees రావాలి. సో హియర్ theta 1 is the first complementary angle, that is the theta. Theta 2 is the 90 minus theta. So here theta 1 and theta 2 are the complementary angles. So in the case of complementary angles, what are the ratio of ranges, what are the ratio of maximum heights, what are the ratio of time of flights? Okay, next point number 1, what are the ratio of ranges in complementary angles in the case of oblique projectile motion? So therefore here r1, that is u square 2 sin theta 1 cos theta 1 by g. So here theta is theta 1 initial angle, so therefore u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So here theta 1 is theta. So second range r equal to u square 2 sin theta 2 cos theta 2 by g. So u square 2 sin theta 2 means 90 minus theta and cos theta 2 means cos 90 minus theta by g. So therefore R2 equal to u square 2 sin 90 minus theta, that is the cos theta, cos 90 minus theta, that is the sin theta by g. So therefore R2 equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So in the case of complementary angles, ranges are same. So here R1 is first equation, R2 is second equation. In the case of complementary angles, ranges are same. So here in complementary angles, R1 equal to R2. So range is constant. Now we can find out the ratio of maximum heights in the case of complementary angles. So theta 1 equal to theta 2 equal to 90 minus theta. So these are the complementary angles. So we can find out h1 plus h2. So here h1 means u square sin square theta 1 by 2g plus u square sin square theta 2 by 2g. So therefore h1 plus h2 is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g plus u square sin square 90 minus theta, here theta 2 is 90 minus theta by 2g. So therefore h1 plus h2 is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g plus u square sin 90 minus theta cos theta. So sin square 90 minus theta means cos square theta by 2g. Now we get h1 plus h2 is equal to u square by 2g into sin square theta plus cos square theta. So if you count, so here sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. So therefore h1 plus h2 equal to u square by 2g. Okay. Now you can find out the ratio in case of complementary angles. Second one, h1 by h2, h1 by h2. So here h1 is u square sin square theta 1 by 2g by u square sin square theta 2 by 2g. Here 2g cancel, u square cancel. So therefore sin square theta 1 is theta by sin square theta 2 means 90 minus theta. Okay. So therefore ratio of h1 by h2 is equal to sin square theta by sin 90 minus theta cos theta. So that means sin square 90 minus theta means cos square theta. So h1 by h2 is equal to Sin theta by cos theta, tan theta. That is tan square theta. The ratio of maximum heights is equal to tan square theta in the case of complementary angles. Now we can prove that ratio of pan threads. Third one, T1 by T2. So here T1 means 2u sin theta 1 by g by 2u sin theta 2 by g. Here g cancel and 2u cancel. So T1 by T2 is equal to sin theta by sin 90 minus theta. So here sin theta by sin 90 minus theta, that is the cos theta. So sin theta by cos theta equal to tan theta. So therefore the ratio of two time of flights is equal to tan theta. Next we can find out product of T1 and T2. Fourth one, product of T1 and T2. So here 2u sin theta by g, theta 1 by g into 2u sin theta 2 by g. So here T1 T2 equal to 2u sin theta by g into 2u sin 90 minus theta. Here theta 2 is 90 minus theta by g. So in this case product of T1 and T2 equal to, that means 4u square sin theta into sin 90 minus theta cos theta by g square. So in this equation T1 T2 equal to, we can simplify 2 into u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g into g. So here we know that range are equal to u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So this one is called as range in the case of oblique projectile motion. So therefore the product of time of flights T1 and T2 is equal to 2r by g. Some important points are there in oblique projectile motion. So here some physical quantities remains constant during motion of oblique projectile motion. Remains constant. Some physical quantities remains constant in the case of oblique projectile motion. So that is, first one is acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity. So that is g. So here g is remains constant at every point in the path of the projectile motion. And second one is horizontal velocity component. that is u cos theta term. So here u cos theta is remains constant at every point in the path of the projectile. And third one is total energy. Total energy is remains constant at every point in the path of the projectile, that is T equal to half mu square. So these physical quantities are remains constant during the motion of oblique projectile motion. So now some physical quantities are changes in the case of oblique projectile motion. They are so here some physical quantities are changes during the motion of oblique projectile motion. So here first one is potential energy and kinetic energy. And second one, direction of motion. Third one, vertical velocity component, that is u sin theta. Here u sin theta term is gradually decreases at maximum at its value is 0, and then it is gradually increases to touch the earth surface. So here u sin theta term is changes, and the direction of motion also changes, and potential energy and kinetic energy are changes at every point in the path of the projectile. And fourth one is speed and velocity. So here speed and velocity also changes. And the fifth one is linear momentum of the projectile is also changes. Okay, thank you.